the previous Labor government.
That's right. Question number 3, Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Mr. Speaker, this question is to the Prime Minister and asks, does he believe that he has met the requirement of the Cabinet Manual to behave in a way that upholds and is seen to uphold the highest ethical standards in his ministerial capacity, his political capacity and his personal capacity, and if so, why?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, yes, because I have.
Supplementary question, Right Honourable Winston Peters.
How was he upholding the Cabinet Manual on 24 September last year regarding the GCSB when he said, I've never had advice in the 4 years I've been Minister that they have in any way acted unlawfully, end of quotes, despite saying last week that he was told about illegal spying in July 2012.
Right Honourable
Mr. Speaker,
Prime Minister.
because the statement I made on the 24th of September was correct.
Supplementary question. Supplementary question, Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Was the Prime Minister told in July of 2012 that there had been illegal spying, yes or no?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, not the way the member defines it, no.
Point of order.
Point of order. Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Mr. Speaker, my language has been plain and simple and to the point. There is no way one can misconstrue the first and the last question. Now, how can he possibly get up and get away with not the way the member defines it? How else could I define it? I'm asking, were you told in July 2012 of illegal spying? Now, how do you define that? It's plain as daylight.
And the Prime Minister, in my mind, addressed that question quite emphatically, saying no, not in the way the member's defining it.
Point of order.
Point of order.
Speaker, can I have your ruling? How would you define the question I just asked?
Order. That's not a point of order now. You're now disputing. What the member can do is continue with his supplementary questions.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. We have limited supplementary questions in this House. That is not a satisfactory ruling, that we can count on supplementary questions when you know that number is limited. On
this occasion, I'll allocate an additional supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much. Now, Prime Minister, what is the difficulty with the question? Was he told about illegal spying in July 2012 that he can't answer?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, I have answers. I've made clear publicly what was raised in July was a flag about the issues of the operability between the SIS and GCSB legislation. I was advised that there was legal work that had to be done and was ongoing, but it was unresolved. In fact, actually, in terms of legal opinions, it's still not resolved today, but there was a decision reached by the Solicitor General in March of 2013.
Supplementary question, Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Given that it took him a full week to disclose a phone call he made to Ian Fletcher about the GCSB job, and given that he knew Mr Fletcher's phone number, despite not having seen him for many, many years, and given that he had dinner with Mr Fletcher on at least 2 occasions, well, actually, a conspiracy is when 2 or more seek to break the law. Yeah, it is.
Order. If the member could just concentrate now on his question, please.
Well, Speaker, all I'm hearing is a barrage over here.
I accept that interjections aren't helpful.
All right,
the member would please.
Given that it took him.
Order.
Oh, I know you're sensitive, chaps.
Order.
Given that it took him a full week to disclose a phone call he made to Ian Fletcher about the GCSB, and given that he knew Mr Fletcher's number despite not having seen him for years, and that he had dinner with Mr Fletcher on at least 2 occasions, did he make more than 1 phone call to Mr Fletcher prior to his appointment to GCSB?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker, I didn't have dinner with Ian Fletcher on 2 occasions.
Point of order.
Speaker, question...
This is a point of order.
Speaker, my question asks, did he make more than 1 phone call to Mr Fletcher?
Order. The difficulty was there was quite a lot else added to the question, but if the Prime Minister could please address the last part of the question, which was, did he make more than 1 phone call, that would help the order of the House. Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker, I don't have that information with me. If the member wants to put it down in writing, I'm happy to give it to him.
Point of order. Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Mr Speaker, With respect, what is the use of question time?
Order.
When the Prime Minister can give that sort of answer, he's asked, did you make more than one phone call prior to the appointment?
And the Prime Minister...
And he can't remember.
And the Prime Minister answered that he did not have that information with him. That is a perfectly satisfactory answer to that question. Does the member wish to ask his additional supplement?
Thank you very much, Speaker.
Right,
how was he upholding the Cabinet Manual when he told the House that, that the first he knew of GCSB spying on Kim.com was 17 September 2012, when in fact he had been told on 29 February 2010 and made a quip to staff about it?
Right, Honourable Prime Minister.
Well, I refute the premise that the member is basing that question on.
Question number
Supplementary
4.
question, Speaker.
No, order. The member has now used not only his entitlement but the additional...
No, I got 5.
No, he has 4 today, and I've given you 1 extra. That comes to 5, and you've used 5 supplementary questions. Question number 4, Honourable Phil Heatley. Order. Question number 4, I've called the Honourable Phil Heatley.
Mr. Speaker, my question is to the Minister for Social Development.